Today's video was brought to you by eWin Racing, the best source for gaming chairs and desks for those long gaming sessions. We have a playlist of our eWin chair and desk videos linked in the video description below. Save 30% off of everything using the discount code TECHDEALS. More details at the end of the video.
He doesn't mind spending more, but he's trying to make the argument of those who can't spend a couple extra bucks and just trying to get something to use in their off time, it can be worth it. Well, that's the argument where you don't game and you keep the mining running.
Two things to say about that. Number one, I understand your point. I do. Number two, I don't focus my advice or my suggestions or feedback on situations outside of the United States. I have nothing against people around the world. I have traveled internationally. I have multiple passports with stamps in many countries. But I don't live there, and I don't live in the world and environment that many of you do. And even if I take a few examples I'm more familiar with, I have a rough idea of what Canada and the UK are. I say rough just because we get so many Canadian and UK comments. I've seen a few comments from Germany or France. We get a bunch of Australians, because obviously my wife here is from Australia, which is awesome. But if somebody were to post a message about Indonesia, the Philippines, India, no disrespect, I have no idea what the economic conditions in those countries are. I don't know what you earn. I don't know what stuff costs there. I don't know what's typical and customary there. I don't have a clue. So I don't even try. It would be foolish and silly of me to even try to give advice for what somebody in Indonesia should do. I have no... Here's what I will say. In the United States of America, if the difference between $300 and $400 is the difference between I've got the money and I don't have the money, then with all due respect, you're full of crap. You're broke. You're really, really, really broke, and you don't have the money for either one of them. Pardon me while I put my Dave Ramsey hat on here. Papa Deals. There we go.
Need a haircut.
Yes, I do. If you say to me, I've got $300 to spend, can I go onto AliExpress and buy this 7-year-old 8-core CPU? I can't swing 400. 400, 450? No, man, that's gonna, I gotta pay rent, man. I just don't have the money. You don't have the money to do either one of them. Where's your emergency fund? Where's your savings? Where's your retirement? Where's your, oh crap, I got sick and can't work for a month fund? Now, I understand that some people would counter with that and say, oh, I have my emergency fund and I have budgeted $300. Okay, well then you can budget for another week, save $100 and then buy the new stuff. Because if you have an emergency fund and you have several months of living expenses saved and you're contributing to your retirement, then you can also save another $100. Whether it takes you 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, worst case scenario, it takes you a month. If it takes you longer than a month to save $100, work on your income. Now, again, we're talking about America. I know somebody from Brazil is going to say, do you know what the average income in Brazil is? I think it's $800, but I don't care because I'm not giving you advice in Brazil. I'm not giving advice to Indonesia because I don't know your socioeconomic conditions and I don't know your income and what the cost of parts are. And I'm not even going to try to pretend to understand your culture or country. That would be rude of me. Just like you trying to understand America is ridiculous. You don't live here. How would you even understand any of this because you're not here? It's 25% to go from 300 to 400.
So I made an interesting point. If you can't buy it twice, then you can't afford it.
That's an excellent point.
That is, isn't
Say
it?
that louder for the people in the back.
Let's see. Who said that? Oh my gosh. Asmodal? If you can't buy it twice, then you can't afford it.
If there's any pain in the purchase, you should probably stomp.
Oh, wow. An RTX 3080 costs 8 minimum wages in Brazil. Woo! If you look at net salary, Jesus.
Well, here's the deal. I understand that all of that sucks down there. There's a reason why Sega sold 6 million Master System consoles in Brazil. Half of which, I don't know if it was half, but a bunch of which were sold after the Sega Genesis. After the Sega Genesis, which came after the Master System came out, they continued to sell Master Systems in Brazil. And here's why.
They could afford them?
The Genesis was like $200. The Master System was $49.
Oh.
And there was tons of games available. And because the cartridge ROMs are smaller, you could buy games for $10 or $15, whereas games for the Genesis were $50. At that income level, a console for $50 and games for $10 versus the console for $200 and the games for $50. But I want to play Sonic, man. Well, you're not gonna enjoy your Master System.
Exactly.
Well, I want to do that. I want to play Cyberpunk in 4K. I live in Brazil.
Then
your money and your income, your money and your expectations don't match. Change one of them. If wishes were fishes, we'd all eat for free. Set your expectations to match the budget you can afford. Which is why those of you with RX 580s and GTX 1060s, in my opinion, shouldn't play Cyberpunk. Some people have disagreed with me on that statement. I have. It feels like an old game. I mean, it looks old. I know I'm a bit dazzled by the shiny with ray tracing. It is gorgeous with ray tracing. 1080p low versus 1440p ultra.
Big difference.
It's like two different games. Do you know what you should do if you have a GTX 1060? Play 2 to 3 year old games.
Yeah, play the games for that card.
They cost less and they were designed for it. That game is not designed for a 1060.
It is not.
eWin Racing has a wide selection of chairs to fit all shapes and sizes of gamers, ranging from petite to cuddly. They have something for every type of gamer. Not just sizes, but colors and material options as well, including red, blue, purple, pink, orange, and more, plus cloth and leather choices. We have over half a dozen chair and desk videos in a playlist down in the video description below. We also have a very special offer just for Tech Deals viewers. Save 30% off of everything using discount code TechDeals using our link in the video description. We have used eWin gaming chairs for 3 years in our office, sitting on them for up to 8-hour marathon live streams. They are very comfortable, and we are happy to work with eWin to bring you this special discount and recommend eWin for all of your gaming chair and desk needs.